If you feel like your faith is wavering, if you feel like you're going to get distracted, if you feel like you're coming up with excuses or alibis, you have to put yourself in an environment that helps you stick with it, stay accountable, be disciplined, be in it, be persistent. The Thinking Yourself into Exponential Results series on the podcast comes to you every Saturday morning and takes what we discuss in the Morning Mindset Club, compiles it into one easy to access recording, and gives you some killer bonus content at the end that's not to be missed and only available here. So let's dive right in. Good morning and welcome to another great day with the Morning Mindset Club. I'm Amira Alvarez, the founder and CEO of The Unstoppable Woman, and I am super excited to have reached the conclusion of Think and Grow Rich with you. In this episode, we are wrapping up this book and the Morning Mindset Club on Think and Grow Rich. So we're going to finish it out today, which is super exciting. It's going to be one long episode on the conclusion of this book. But before we do that, a few recommendations for you, okay? A few recommendations for you. First, if you've been listening to this material every day for over a year, because I think we are in the 460-day period, maybe 70-day period. It's quite a few days that we've been doing this together. If you have done all those days, congratulate yourself. If you've done most of those days, congratulate yourself. If you've done some of those days, congratulate yourself for sticking with it, for making the framework of your thinking a priority in your life, for really digging in and learning this master key system. Now, if you've only listened to part of this, I would go back and fill in the blanks for yourself. If you've listened to all of it, your journey is not done. I have been studying this book for years. I keep at it. I read it over and over again. And I would suggest that for you as well, to start at the beginning of the Morning Mindset Club again, go back to the beginning of the book again and go deeper. You will hear things from your new level of awareness and be able to take them in and apply them at a totally different level. And this will help you quantum leap your income, quantum leap your life so much faster because you're at a higher level of awareness now. So this takes an iterative process. That's a way of going back again and again and again and making shifts and changes as you move forward and grow. So go deeper, don't stop now. And then the third suggestion, and I'm going to just say this right up front, is that if you have loved this material and you understand how beautifully it combines the masculine and the feminine, right? The structure and the deep knowing and intuition and faith. If you're interested in this holistic approach and want to dive deep into the marketing and the sales, but also into the allowing and the ease, I invite you again to join us at the Unstoppable Woman Income Breakthrough Summit. And now's the time to get your tickets. Please go check that out at theunstoppablewoman.com/summit. And join us for that at our upcoming summit in November. So check that out. Okay. I want to go into the conclusion of this book and wrap this up. So Hill says, the master key is intangible, but it is powerful. It is the privilege of creating in your own mind a burning desire for a definite form of riches. There is no penalty for the use of the key, but there is a price you must pay if you do not use it. The price is failure. There is a reward of stupendous proportions if you put the key to use. It is the satisfaction that comes to all who conquer self and force life to pay whatever is asked. The reward is worthy of your effort. Will you make the start and be convinced? So the master key is intangible. You cannot see it. You cannot touch it. But it is powerful. So what is it? What is it? It is the activation, the use of the law of perpetual transmutation of energy. The law of perpetual transmutation says that energy is moving from form into non-form and back again. And that you, as a human being, can use that concept, that you can move something from the non-form to the form. And this book has shown you how to do this. It's about taking something that is non-form, an idea, a desire, and converting it into form. Money in your bank account, the relationship that you want, the health that you want, anything that you can hold in your mind, you can create. It's about taking that law of polarity where if you have the desire, the supply is ready to appear. But it is about how you do that. This master key system that is outlined in this book takes you through exactly how to use that law of perpetual transmutation of energy, use that law of polarity, use that law of cause and effect, use that law of gender in order to create what you want. It's taking things from the non-form to the form. It's claiming and owning your desire, not just once, but over and over and over again. As you see yourself achieving your goals, getting close to reaching your goals, you claim that next desire. Every day you claim your desire. You get so intentional about what you want to be creating in this world, and you fall in love with it. You get emotionally involved with it, and you stay with it. You don't get distracted. You don't lose focus. You use your ability to hold a concept in your mind. This is your will. And be persistent about the pursuit of what you desire. This is about getting out of your own way and releasing the sabotages that show up. It's about learning how to reprogram yourself. So let's go through everything that we've gone through in summary form here. So first step in the master key system was claiming your desire. You have to get clear about it. You have to own it. You have to know it. You must claim your desire. Without a clear destination, there's no way you're going to get there. You're going to zig. You're going to zag. You might have a fun time, but you'll end up waking up realizing that you haven't achieved your true desires in life. What are those? Claim it, own it, go for it. Second step in the master key system, faith. It's believing in the unseen. You believe in lots of things. If you are in worry, doubt, or fear, you have negative faith. You believe it's not going to happen. What if you shifted that kind of thinking into faith that it was going to happen? So it's believing in the unseen in a positive way. It's giving precedence to your deepest knowing, the truth of who you are that's calling you forward, and knowing that it's here for you and it's here for you now. Step 3 is reprogramming yourself. This is repetition. This is auto-suggestion. This is doing it again and again and again with, yes, discipline. Yes, with order. Again and again and again. Even when your subconscious pops up and says, that's not for me, that's not who I am, you stick with the reprogramming of yourself. You must do this. Step 4, specialized knowledge. This is about learning. This is about study. This is about bettering your best. You always have to get better at what you do. You always need to be learning. You need to be growing yourself. This is about being in alignment with your more life directive. And this is about being in alignment with the law of compensation, which says you will be compensated according to the need for what you do, your ability to do it, and the difficulty in replacing you. Number 2 is your ability to do that. To do what you do in this world. You must continue to better your best. You must continue to learn what's required for you to be in excellence in your field. And that does require learning the adjacent things to your field, the sales, the marketing, the universal laws, the deep understanding of this master key system, how to reprogram your subconscious mind, how to shift your self-image, all of that. You must continue to make time, invest money into growing yourself and to learning what needs to be learned in order for you to execute on the highest level and to live out your more life directive. Step 5, imagination. Hugely important. This is the workshop where everything gets workshopped, everything gets put together. This is where the creative problem solving comes in. This is where you connect with the one mind, the all mind, that makes it so much easier for you to execute in this world. The ideas come quickly, the solutions come quickly, but not if you cut yourself off from it and think that's not the way. You must step into your imagination, and that requires stepping into your feminine, that requires stepping into relaxation. There's so much to that. Step 6, organized planning. This is where the masculine comes in. You need to work with the law of cause and effect. You need to create a plan. The universe loves order. The universe wants order. Work according to plan and give yourself a structure that you can allow yourself to flow in. You want to integrate the masculine and the feminine, obviously, but you want an ordered plan. You need that in order to go forward. Does it all have to be mapped out right now? No. That's a way of stopping. Going into too much minutia, way of stopping. But the outline of a plan that you can then execute on, hugely important. Then comes decision. Step 7, decision. You have to decide. You have to decide that you're all in. You have to decide that you're all in before you see the way, before you get the results, before you have certainty. You have to risk something. That adage, nothing risked, nothing gained, is 100% true. And it requires that you decide in advance that you are doing this and stick with it. It's forcing you to up-level your game, to do what's required to execute on the decision. Step 8. I don't know where 6 came from, but step 8, persistence. Persistence is so key. You must stick with it. If you feel like your faith is wavering, if you feel like you're going to get distracted, if you feel like you're coming up with excuses or alibis, you have to put yourself in an environment that helps you stick with it, stay accountable, be disciplined, be in it, be persistent. You have to figure out how to help yourself with persistence. Now, you are 100% responsible for that, but you can set yourself up for success. You can do things that allow you to be more successful in your persistence, in your pursuit of your goals and dreams. And one of them is step 9, which is the power of the mastermind, putting yourself in a mastermind. We have an amazing mastermind called the Spirit of Wealth. And it is a teaching structure program where I teach you the skills for scaling a business, the masculine side of things, the marketing, the sales, the business models for scaling. But it's also where you're going to tap into the power of the mastermind, the other women who have great ideas that can help you scale quickly, including myself, with my lens on your business, answering your questions. So find a mastermind. If it's not the Spirit of Wealth, find one, okay? I happen to think the Spirit of Wealth is pretty groovy, right? We cover all the universal laws. We cover how to show up for yourself. We cover the accountability, how to better your best. All the things in this master key system we cover and keep you accountable while allowing you to flow and tap into your intuition and your feminine. Okay. Step 10, life force energy. This is all about converting sexual energy into creative energy. Let me specify that. Sexual energy is creative energy. And life force is about creation. It's about growing into more. It's about creating more. This is the power of life that we need to tap into. And it's including this masculine and the feminine together. This is the law of gender. It's so critically important. So critically important. Step 11, understanding your subconscious mind and the way the brain works. Utterly important. Otherwise, you're going to be run by an old belief system, an old self-image that keeps you playing at the same level. You have to turn this around. Step 12, intuition. You must tap into your intuition. This is where the imagination comes in. This is where tapping into the one mind and spirit comes in. All the energy that is life force, source. You must, if you want to make this easier, if you don't want to keep banging your head against the wall, if you want to start trusting yourself, you must tap into your intuition. And then step 13 is moving beyond the fears and the alibis. You have to move beyond the fears and the alibis. If you get stuck there, you don't pass go. You keep circling. You keep staying in the terror barrier. You keep hitting that wall. And we don't want that. We want you to execute and continue to execute. So that's quite a roadmap. Those are a number of steps in the Master Key system. And you have to look at all of those. And of course, they integrate. We speak of them as steps, as things that you do one after the other. But in fact, they need to be integrated and happen all together. You might focus on one at a time, but you need to keep them all present for yourself. I also want, in this summary episode, I want to go back to the chapter on desire where Hill maps out the 6 steps that are required to execute on this. The sort of like, if you take nothing else from this, do these 6 things. Okay, so first, fix in your mind the exact amount of money that you desire. It is not sufficient merely to say, I want plenty of money. Be definite as to the amount. There is a psychological reason for the definiteness, which will be described in subsequent chapters. Second, determine exactly what you intend to give in return for the money you desire. There is no such reality as something for nothing. You have to provide service, you guys. You have to solve a problem. You have to provide value for others. Third, establish a definite date when you intend to possess the money you desire. This is about putting a demand on the universe. I want this month by this date. I want this year by this date. Be clear. Fourth, create a definite plan for carrying out your desire and begin at once, whether you are ready or not to put this plan into action. This is so, so critical. You have to create a plan and you have to begin at once, whether you're ready or not. You become ready as you step forward, as you do the thing. The readiness doesn't happen in advance. Fifth, write out a clear, concise statement of the time limit for its acquisition. State what you intend to give in return for the money and describe clearly the plan through which you intend to accumulate it. Okay? Write this out. Sixth, read your written statement out loud twice daily, just before retiring at night and once after arising in the morning. As you read, see, feel, and believe yourself already in possession of the money. Those are the steps, guys. 6 steps. If you want to break it down into the fundamentals. Now, we've spent over a year going through this entire book in depth to really understand it. You're going to want to repeat that. Then I've just gone through the major chapters of this book, and then we've broken it down to these 6 fundamental steps. The reward is worthy of your effort. Will you start and be convinced? Will you start and be convinced? There is no penalty for the use of the key, but there's a price you must pay if you do not use it, and the price is failure. Yet there is a reward of stupendous proportion if you put the key to use. It is the satisfaction that comes to all who conquer self and force life to pay whatever is asked. I hope you step forward and do that. I'm Amira Alvarez. Thank you so much for joining me for this program. I wish you all the success in life, and please do what it takes to achieve your dreams.